Hello friends, Blue here. Sorry about that, I was just recording my latest demo tape for my one-man black metal band. What, you don't know what black metal is? Well, my friend, it's clearly time to provide you with an idiot's guide to black metal. In this idiot's guide, I'll be covering the bands that are an essential listen from the black metal genre's beginnings to how it is today. Starting off with... You may not believe it, but black metal began in the dull marshlands of Britain. More specifically, the city of Newcastle. Despite blessing us with the Geordie accent and various YouTubers, you'd be surprised to know that the genre of black metal was birthed within this city. Specifically by the band Venom. Originally formed by some Geordie blokes in 1979, they would go on to release a harsher sounding album than their previous work in 1982, with themes of Satanism and the occult added on for decoration. This album was aptly named Black Metal, an extremely short album lasting 30 minutes, but was just enough to appeal to a certain Swedish man, kicking off a bitter rivalry. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to use this music for this specific section because somebody decided to revive the Cawthorn estate, which means they uploaded every single Baphomet song and one of the music videos to a new Baphomet YouTube channel made recently, which means that every single Baphomet song is going to be copyrighted, unfortunately. So, damn you, whoever that is. Anyway, where was I? Hailing from Vällingby, Sweden, Baphomet would form a year after Venom's black metal, with an ever-rotating lineup except for the original lead singer and founder of the band Cawthorn, taking inspiration from the aforementioned Venom, occult themes, and high-speed metal. Baphomet would metaphorically bust open the door for black metal to enter into international interest and also the interests of their next-door neighbour Norway, but that's for later in the video. Besides creating appeal to the genre of black metal, Baphomet would also go on to pioneer the genre of Viking metal in the late 80s into the mid-90s, releasing banger after banger and yet more tracks for my gym playlist, such as The Lake, Forever Darkwood, and One Road Down to Wassaby. Nevertheless, I highly recommend you listen to both eras of the band, and additionally, R.I.P. Sweet Prince Cawthorn. Originally formed in Norway as Black Death in 1986, the band would later reform as Dark Throne in 1991, where they dropped a shitty death metal album, kicked out the bass player, and then decided to turn into a black metal band the year after, and released a holy, or should I say, unholy, trilogy from 1992 to 94. And my personal favourite Dark Throne album, Panzerfaust, in 1995. With lyrics co-written by a certain man behind bars. And here's a brief sample of those lyrics.
I'm at Burger King, chilling with my Burger Queen. Can I get a large fry?
But just who is this locked up lyricist? Well, that man is... Created by the mind of a lone man from Bergen, Norway in 1991, Varg Vikernes would go on to be considered the black sheep of the black metal scene, but also a pillar to the genre. He'd end up serving a 14-year prison sentence for the murder of Mayhem lead singer Euronymous and several counts of church burnings. During this 14-year period, Varg would continue to pump out album after album whilst behind bars. Man was really on his Burprint 2 shit during this period. Varg also released 2 ambient or dungeon synth albums towards the end of his sentence, as the only musical instrument he was trusted with by the Trondheim prison staff was a synthesizer. This instrumental limit not shackling him, however. For example, the 25-minute looping masterpiece of, however you say this. Funnily enough, Gucci Mane would sample this song for his 2016 album, Everybody Looking. So the music of Mr. Vikernes has really ended up in some obscure places. Hailing from San Francisco, Leviathan was formed as the solo project of Jeff Whitehead in 1998, creating roughly 24 albums all on his own as of 2022. This man has a clinically insane work ethic, which I admire. What's also worth of note is the insane amount of experiences this man has had. On top of spearheading a modern black metal band on his own, Whitehead is also a tattoo artist, was tattooed by the legendary artist Horiyoshi III, has appeared on Thrasher magazine covers in his teens, and starred on the cover of Skate or Die 2 for the NES in 1990. So this man has truly done a lot in his lifetime. I hope this video has provided an insight into black metal, and may interest you to take a listen to some of the bands within it. I didn't want to do a typical coverage of the average mayhem church burning story, so I thought why not take a look at some of the bands from the genre's infancy to now. Anyway, I'm going to go back to recording my solo black metal project. Goodbye, friends.